everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'm probably the last person who is going to say that to you this year, so hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving if you're an American. And if you're not, I hope you had a great Thursday and, you know, a successful Black Friday. I did absolutely no shopping this year for Black Friday. For the first time in 5 years, I think I did nothing, which I actually feel really good about, because usually I will be uploading a Black Friday Record Store Day video, but I have nothing to show you this year because the list for me, they didn't have a single thing I wanted, and I really feel like I've got enough records for a lifetime, so I'm trying to be more selective these days, so nothing to show you for Record Store Day, but I am here today for two very special reasons. First and foremost, today is a great day for me because I get to celebrate with a lot of people and talk about Ben Simpson's reaching a milestone of 500 subscribers. Ben Simpson has been a friend of mine for 2+ years here in the vinyl community and elsewhere, but we met here through the vinyl community, and has become a very good friend to me, and has a fantastic channel. So a little surprising that you've only reached 500 subs now. I mean, it's a big milestone, of course, so I don't want to diminish that, but you certainly deserve more, and I think you're well on the way to getting more and more subs as you move along here. So the thing I like about Ben's channel is, one, he's a terrific person. So Ben, you know what I think of you. I think you're just a phenomenal guy, funny, and always bring a unique flair to not only your videos but just life in general. So but I like his channel because it doesn't focus just entirely on music. He's got a great taste, mostly classic rock that he enjoys, but he also is open-minded to a lot of new music, and has we're always talking about new things because I tend to follow more of the newer music, and he likes more of the tried and true classics, I guess, but that's not entirely what he likes, so I really appreciate that side of Ben. And I also appreciate his humor. He does serious videos at times too, with his train of thoughts, and you know, sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're very important life topics. And also he does gaming videos, which I'm not a gamer in any way, but I still tune in occasionally to that kind of stuff. And he also does, with his partner David, he's been starting up some cool, like, Cards Against Humanity, and some very funny games that they play amongst each other on his channel. So you got to go check out Ben's channel. I mean, if you love music, it's there. If you like humor, it's there. If you like listening to someone reflect on important issues of the day, it's there. So really well-rounded channel, and I really, really appreciate Ben's channel and your friendship. So congratulations, Ben, on 500 subscribers. The other reason I'm here is because it gives me an opportunity to talk about an artist I'm not sure I would have done a collections video on, but maybe I would have, because I'm a pretty big fan of this band, but obviously from the title you know I'm here to talk about Simply Red. Simply Red is a UK-based band. Believe it or not, they are banned, even though Mick Hucknall is pretty well known as Simply Red, the lead singer, songwriter, main guy in Simply Red, ginger guy who, you know, the name is very fitting. So I'm a big fan. I've been a fan from their very first album. I've always kept up with them. And what Ben has done for his 500 subscribers contest is ask us to pick an artist at, you know, our leisure, whether he likes them or not, which I kind of also wanted to pick Simply Red because I know, Ben, you're not a big fan of Simply Red. In fact, you know, you and I have had some kind of funny exchanges on Facebook about this band, and you're not too much of a fan, so I'm kind of forcing it down your throat a little bit, saying, you know, you need to be a fan. But I'm joking, of course, but I'm a fan, and I followed them since the mid-'80s and continue to like them. So anyway, they have a great catalog, and I think anybody who likes more of a jazzy type rock, more of a easy listening kind of thing, I believe you would like Simply Red. Amazing vocalist. And what he's asked us to do for our his 500 subscribers contest is to count down our five favorite songs of the band, and then talk about my five favorite albums of this band. So that's what we're here for. Congratulations, Ben, and we'll get right to it. So I'm going to try to include clips. Now, I know that they're hugely popular in the UK, and this is probably going to get blocked, so if you don't see the clips, know I tried to upload the clip, and this video may not flow as well as it could without that, but I'm going to do my best to include a short 30-second clip of each of my 5 favorite tracks because I want you guys to hear my favorites. If I can't do that, just go to YouTube. They're all there. And I'm just trying to make the video a little bit more entertaining. So coming in at number 5 of singles, well, they're not necessarily singles, but they're my 5 favorite songs of the band. I'm going to start with a song from 2003's album called Home, and that is a song called Sunlight. So with any luck, cross fingers, maybe we can include a little short clip of that song right here. So enjoy, hopefully. And so as you can see, hopefully, if not, you'll have to go check it out. It's on YouTube. You can either hear it just from the song, or there's some homemade videos of that song. And also an official video for that song. But a thing I like about that track is the fact that they've taken the bass line and really, I mean, you could almost say it's a ripoff, if you will, of a Hall & Oates song called I Can't Go For That No Can Do, and completely reworked it and made it their own. So I really appreciate the work that went into that, and as much as I like the Hall & Oates version, and you can't beat a classic, but what they did with it is very unique, and I think they made it modern, and it sounds amazing. And in fact, back in the day, back in 2003, I remember Daryl Hall saying he really liked that song, so I think that they did an amazing job. But if you go and compare the Hall & Oates song to that one, you'll hear that bass line repeated over and over, and it's identical, so pretty cool. Alright, coming in at number 4, we're going way back to their debut album, and you might think, okay, well, I know what's coming, Holding Back the Years. Well, I didn't pick that because as much as I like that song, maybe it's overplayed, maybe it's overheard, but really, frankly, it's never been one of my top Simply Red songs, even though most people find it to be the thing that put them on the map, and it did. I like the closing track from that album called Picture Book, and I'm going to hopefully play a little clip from that. There isn't an official video of that, but I found a live performance, and hopefully that'll be able to be shown. So we'll come back and see. So as you can see from that clip, maybe, if not, please go check it out. That song, the vocals, is absolutely incredible, and you can. I'm really pleased I could find it live for you on YouTube, because you can see that his vocals are not doctored. They're not like today's artists who really use, all the modern technology to make their voices sound the way they do on the record. He's a pure vocalist, so Mick Hucknall can sing big time, and I think that song reflects his vocals as well as anything in their catalog. I actually love the song. Sometimes I put that on and it still gives me chills to this day, so it's just an amazing song from a terrific album. Alright, so coming back, number 3 is the track from an album that didn't do particularly well, at least in America. It was kind of the start of their commercial downslide, if you will, from a 1998 album called Blue. I love the track Mellow My Mind. So again, with any luck, here's a live clip of Mick Hucknall and Simply Red performing Mellow My Mind. So again, you can hear just the amazing jazzy, smooth silkiness of Mick's voice, and that track proves it more than any. I can put that on in any mood. It's a romantic type song. It's just a feel-good song. It's it's just classic Simply Red, and it's a shame that that album didn't do well in the US anyway. It may have done well in the UK. I didn't look any of this up, but Blue was a little bit of a departure from their commercial success, and they never really recaptured that chart success, at least here in America. But I love the album Blue, and you're going to see it here in a little bit. Coming at number 2, we're getting into the best of the best here. Number 2 is a song from the album Stars from 1991, and it is the title track, Stars. So it was a toss-up between this and the first one, kind of, but clearly number 1 is coming up. But here's number 2. So again, you can see with Stars, it is just an absolute smooth. Every song, every album that they've ever done has had that jazzy, light rock, adult-oriented rock feel to that. But it separates it is the vocals and the style and the cool factor of Mick Hucknall. There aren't any vocalists like him that I can think of. You think of today's artists like Ed Sheeran and others that are kind of popular on the pop charts. That kind of vocals doesn't compare to this. This is talent. I mean, maybe it's not everyone's cup of tea because he does sing in a high range, but I really find that is much more difficult to sing than a lot of the stuff that you hear on the radio today. So I really love that song. I loved it the first time I heard it, and I still love it today. Alright, coming in at number 1, it really was a pretty easy choice for me because I love this song, back a while ago, I made this one of my 10 feel-good songs because I did a top 10 feel-good songs, and this was one of the top 10 feel-good songs. Obviously, most people would find this to be one of Simply Red's very best songs, and here's so Fairground is from 1995's album Life. So easy win for me on the top. My very favorite. Love the video. I love the look, the feel. That was kind of the peak of Simply Red's commercial success. So just a very clear winner for me as my very favorite song from a terrific band. Okay, so now I can actually show you something, physical copies, and I've been asked us to not only do songs, but to pick our 5 favorite albums from that same artist. So I picked 2 runners-up. First of all, I'm going to just get right to it, and let's see if I can find the years real quick if you're interested in that. Here is a runner-up, so I guess you could say this is number 7. This is from 1989's A New Flame. This is their 3rd studio album, and it includes songs like It's Only Love, A New Flame, You've Got It. And those, I think, were the 3 big tracks from this album from the late 80s. Terrific album, and could have made my top 5. Now, this one might surprise you that it didn't make my top 5. This is their debut album, Picture Book, which a lot of people consider their very best work. And maybe I do, I guess I don't agree because it's not in my top 5 overall albums. I did pick the title track as one of my 5 songs, and obviously Holding Back the Years is on it, and you've got Saddle Red and Jericho, Money's Too Tight, so there's a lot of good material on here, but I just think that the band did develop and they did improve from this, so for me it came in at number 6. So debut album from 1985, Picture Book, is number 6. So now we're getting into the top 5. We talked about one track on this album, and we got to go to 2003 again and talk about the album called Home. This is a great album that got very, very overlooked. I actually bought this when I was living in Australia, so I've had it a long time. And I really think that it was a real shame that this didn't get more chart success. Did okay, but it just didn't wow people, I guess. It was just changing of the guard, I guess. Some of that feel and flair of Simply Red had kind of diminished at that point, but they've always remained very popular in the UK, and they always have had chart success. And I didn't look up what the chart positions were for this album. I guess maybe I could look real quick if I can find it. 2003, Home. Let's see, hit number 2. Yeah, so, when I say lack of chart success, I'm really talking about the US primarily, because it did only hit number 187 in America, so that's kind of a shame. Alright, so number 4 for me is going back to the early part of their career again, 1987's Men and Women. Great album. Big, more uplifting type record from their debut album, and it's got The Right Thing. Absolutely terrific song. Let's see, we've got Every Time We Say Goodbye, which is a cover song, but they did it so beautifully. And, it's just a great album. So you pick your favorites on that one, but just a terrific second album. No software slump for Simply Red. Okay, now we're going to get to that album I was talking about from 1998. It's called Blue, which both Home and Blue are not on vinyl. They've never done a vinyl release of these, so I'm showing you CDs. But yeah, this is just one of those albums that just should have done so much better. It was a UK number 1. So again, I'm not talking about the UK. They've always had great chart success in the UK. But this one hit 145 in America. So it's like, I don't know what was wrong with America. I guess they kind of fell out of favor with Simply Red, but it was such a shame because the previous albums had done quite well, all top 20. But this was, again, the start of their commercial downslide in America, but this is a great album. I played you one song called Mellow My Mind. The second song, Blue, the title track is absolutely terrific. Just a great album. You got to go hear this. If you gave up on Simply Red after Life, then I would say you missed out, because those 2 albums in particular, Blue and Home, are fantastic. Okay, so coming in at number 2 is 1995's Life, and I'm very, very fortunate to have a vinyl copy of this because it's hard to find. This is kind of the dark period of vinyl, and 95 was about the last time you could get a vinyl record for about, I don't know, 5-10 years. But very fortunate to have a copy of this. It's an import from the UK. Another UK number 1, and this of course has that song's Fairground on it, among many others that are great on here. It's just a terrific album, and I would say probably get the CD on this because it's just not easy to find. So that's my second favorite album from Simply Red, and my very favorite album from Simply Red is called Stars. And this has the title track, of course. This came out in 1991. And really, I think was the peak. I think this was the most popular. I think it sold over 3 million copies in the UK. This was their commercial peak. And, you know, they went on to have much more chart success after that in the UK, but it's got Something Got Me Started, Stars, Thrill Me, For Your Babies, which they do live wonderfully, and boy, it's just a terrific album from start to finish. So I can see why the UK folks just soaked this up and sold 3.5 million copies, which is huge, huge in the UK. So anyway, that is 23 times platinum in the UK, so that tells you something. Anyway, that's my very favorite Simply Red album, and I guess I go with the masses on that one because the UK, you got it right, and that hit number 22 in the US, so not bad. Anyway, Ben, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it gave you maybe just a little bit more incentive to go out and listen to some more Simply Red. And again, congratulations on 500 subs. You're well over that now. I see you're growing like crazy. And I hope this video helps not only for your contest, but continue to have more and more success on your channel, because you certainly deserve it. So that's it for me this week. I hope everyone has a great weekend ahead. And Ben, congratulations. We'll talk to you all next time. Take care. Bye for now.